Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steph, and if you're new here, I'm an overweight woman in my 30s and I'm giving myself 6 weeks to get into my jeans. So this week has been a great week, but before we get into that, I'm just, as I'm talking, going to show you my check-ins over the weeks, just so you can see the progress as I'm talking. So I'll start with the first video here. This was the 1st of January 2026. So these jeans I've had for ages, years actually, and you know when you keep a pair of jeans in the cupboard, in your head you want to fit into them, but you're making no conscious effort to fit into them, and then they're in the back of the cupboard, you forget about it, and you just never get into them. So I'm making a conscious effort. I leave the jeans on my fridge every day, and it's a reminder that if I'm tempted to have any sort of foods, you know, or overeat, then I remind myself visually, look, my jeans are there, I really want to get into them. So the week 2, I started to notice not too much difference because it was only a week, but the jeans sort of slipped up a bit more, and I done my full body check-in, and week 2 it was looking better. So I'm definitely noticing the progress over the last few weeks, and I'm not pressuring myself. Like I'm saying, I'm not weighing myself on the scales, I'm not tracking calories, I'm not tracking steps, but I will say I am still being active and walking and doing a bit of exercise. And then this morning's check-in, week 3, I am over the moon. I can get 3 buttons up on my jeans. I'm not really, I don't feel like I would look good in the jeans just right now, obviously, because I have still got quite a bit of a belly, but it's visual progress in a way that I'm tracking it that's going to benefit me. What's the point in me weighing on the scales, being obsessed with a number? I could get to a really low number and then I probably still might not be able to get into the jeans. Like, I just want to track it in a way that doesn't mess with my head and gives me some sort of motivation, and you know, keeps me accountable by keeping them on the fridge. But yeah, I'm really happy with this morning's progress. Now, what I would say this week, I'll show you my food as well. Okay, so the food I've been eating this week, I have been making a lot of home cooked, nutritious, tasty meals. I've had jacket potato with chili, garlic butter, garlic bread. I've made fajita mix where I've put potatoes, peppers, courgettes and chicken thighs, and I put fajita seasoning over it. And then I make a big tray and then I just put it in bowls. What else have I been eating this week? I'll show you the meals on the screen as I'm talking, but I've not been weighing, I've not been tracking, and I'll eat what I want. I've even had like dark chocolate, I've had some protein yogurts, I've had full fat milk. I do drink about 3 litres of water a day. That is my main, to stay hydrated. But if I fancy a little bit of milk, like I'm not gonna even try and go for the, what is it, you get semi-skimmed and then you get skimmed, which is like probably like water. But I feel like fat is, you need healthy fats. I will put cheese in my meals, I'll put butter, loads of butter, I'll have full fat milk. So I feel the way I'm doing things at the moment is like mentally freeing. Like when I was weighing on the scales, I'd obsess with a number, and then when I'd look at that number on the scales, that would dictate to me what I'm doing or eating that day. So yeah, I'm really happy with the way I'm just experimenting. Like if I've got no pressure in my head, because I've always tracked stuff and it does work to an extent, but I've always fell off, I've not been consistent. So I'm completely trying something different this time by no tracking and stuff like that. I have done some gym sessions this week as well. So I had my I've been doing a bit of weights this week. I have been doing some deadlifts. Now you can't really see in the clip, but this is actually 80 kg. I did go for about, I don't know, 6 sets for about 4 to 6 reps. I warmed up before that, so I started on like 40 kg, 60 and then 80. I've been doing my PTs, so I did some pad work last night. I have been doing more walking. So I have probably been doing this week maybe about half an hour a day, maybe between like half an hour to an hour every day this week. So again, not using my Fitbit. Actually, I got out of the cupboard the other day and it's not even synced to my phone. The date on there still says something like the 10th of January or something. So yeah, I feel so freed. Like I'm not restricting. I can have like, I've had probably about 3 baguettes of garlic bread this week. Yeah, as long as I'm getting like my healthy fats, protein, carbs, I'm fine with this. I'm happy. I'm actually happy at the moment. And I can't believe I've got like 3 buttons up on the jeans. I wasn't really expecting that, because if you watch back onto video 1, I'm not like giving myself I did explain in the last few videos, the reason I'm giving myself 6 weeks is because you're setting like a time frame. You've got like a milestone or a little mini goal, because if I just said, look, I'm going to get into these jeans, however long it takes me, I'm not going to get into them, because I've never really done that before. But if I just give myself a mini goal, like 6 weeks, I could get to the 6 weeks of this challenge and they might not 100% fit. But to be honest, week 3 buttons have gone up this week. If I keep going the way I am very likely to get close to fitting in them properly by week 6. And if I don't 100%, I'll extend it. That's just a mini goal. If I don't get to it, I'll set another mini goal. Right, I'll give myself another 3 weeks. If I don't quite get to it, which I'm sure I will. But that's what my mindset is. Look, set a small goal. That's okay, don't reach it 100%, just extend it a bit. And then, yeah, it's like a SMART goal, I guess. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So, yeah, I'm just really happy this week. So yeah, that's pretty much this week, week 3, and I'm very excited for week 4. I would just say in advance, I think maybe over the next week or the week after, I will be due on my period, and I do get bloated, so that might affect how I look in my jeans. But again, that's expected. I know my period's coming soon. I do get a bit bloated. That's not going to set me back, because normally if you do feel bloated on your period, most of the time when you've come on your period or finished your period, the bloating goes down. So yeah, I'm ready for another week. I will continue what I'm doing. I'll update you in week 4. I'm super excited. If you are on a similar weight loss journey where you're either tracking something, you found something different that works for you, feel free to drop it in the comments. And just like, I'm always open to experimenting with different things. Like, this is a bit of an experiment for me, because I normally track everything. I track my food, my steps, I have gym sessions, and I track the only thing I would say is I track my water. It's only because I have 1.5 litre bottles. I drink 2 of them a day, or I've got the litre bottle and I drink 3 or 4 of them a day. That's the only way I know how much I'm drinking. And yeah, I'm trying to like focus on sleep, my mindset. I'm still doing reading. The book I've got at the moment, I'm just looking, I'm still reading Why We Sleep by Matt Walker. I've just finished The Next Conversation by Jefferson Fisher. Yeah, that's a really good book. And yeah, I'm just doing everything I can for my mindset. And I'm just so buzzing this week about my jeans, I'm so happy with my check-in. And I feel like I don't dread my check-in day either, because I know I don't have to get on the scales. It's amazing how that can mess you up mentally. But it depends what you're tracking, right? So I did weigh myself on the 1st of January, and I will weigh myself on week 6. So I'm someone that used to weigh myself every single day, just out of habit. And now, even if I weigh myself like once every 6 weeks, once a month, once every 2 months, like, the scales aren't completely evil. I don't want it to come across in that way. But for me, I got a bit obsessive. So I think use the scales as a tool, just not excessively, maybe, yeah, like once a month. So this is it for week 3 update. I'm so excited to start the next week. And if you like this type of content, feel free to like, share and subscribe. Comment below as well, that helps out. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.